I was just going to do a quick video on how I clean my 3M mask, and you can see if you have not just mold issues as far as mycotoxins go, but if you also have chemical sensitivities, these are good for that as well, and you can pick out online which you'd like to get, and you could actually get more filters and you can mix and match them if you wanted to. But how I clean this is typically, first what I'll do is I'll take a paper towel, and I'll kind of a good paper towel, not a cheap one, because you wouldn't want anything that would leave any debris inside of here. I've used a good rag before too, but I just wipe out whatever weird debris I see or anything like that, and it will build up if you actually wear this all day. But that's already been taken care of. I use 91% alcohol to clean this out, and that was what was recommended by my shoemaker doctor, to clean off any of my metal items that I was going to keep or anything that was non-porous. I'm assuming that neutralizes mycotoxins, but I'm really more concerned with just generally any kind of microbes growing inside of there. So, and plus, it's just nice to keep it clean because it gets a little funky inside of there. I would not use ammonia inside of this mask because, number one, you're dealing with plastic, and it's going to react differently with every type of plastics. You know, they're all going to be a different polymer. Also, you don't want to be breathing it in because you could poison yourself. So alcohol is the best way to go. And what I do is I'm very meticulous. I use Q-tips in between here, and on these vent holes, the little plastic heads on these things, they come out very easily. It's just a little plastic tab where you can take the hole and slip it over, and then back behind there you can clean inside of the vent area. But I would recommend not getting any liquid inside the filter. I make sure that it's just, you know, slightly moist, not anything that's really soaked. And then I set it out to dry after I clean out the inside really good. And this is when you're breathing in, of course the oxygen, the other gases are coming in through here. When you're breathing out, this is where it exits out the front, and I make sure that I clean this vent off really well as well. And you also need to flip it over, and underneath here, that's where it vents out, and it gets pretty nasty under there too, so you're going to want to clean that out as well. So that's essentially how I clean it. I'm fairly certain that I have chemical sensitivities now too, just based on paying attention to my environment. And so I might be the first patient my particular shoemaker doctor has that is also chemically sensitive, so I think I'm going to be the first. There's another product I'm looking at getting and reviewing. It's kind of a standalone filter that you plug in, but it's not made here in the United States. It's fairly pricey, and I was looking for something that I could sleep with. You know, I can't sleep with this mask on, so this product that I'm looking at is supposed to actually filter better than this mask. If you looked at my other videos about this mask, it filters at about 1 down to 1/10 of a micron for gases and for particulates, which is actually really good. It does that at about 85 to 95% efficiency, depending on how long you've been wearing the mask. It builds up and gets better with the efficiency as it traps more particles. But then, of course, last time mine wore out, I had to get new filters about after 2 weeks because I got some water inside of the vent when it rained and I was out. So of course that's going to help grow microbes, and sure enough, when I'd put my mask on, I'd start getting more sick than when I was not wearing it. So if you do get one of these, you're going to want to make absolutely certain that you stay away from steam or any kind of moisture at all, any kind of water vapor, because you want those to stay dry, absolutely. But the product I'm looking at getting, not a mask, and it is supposed to filter up to 2/100ths of a micron. So for those of you that aren't math majors, that's much smaller than or if you had trouble with 5th grade math, that's much smaller than 1/10 of a micron. And it's supposed to filter chemicals as well. So I'll review that product after I get it. I'm still waiting right now. I'm trying to get the money. But hopefully sometime within the next couple of weeks I'll be trying that out. And I can let you know if it works or not, so you can decide if it's something that'll work for you. Also, I promised some people that I'd be going over my shoemaker results, and I understand some of it, but there's a lot that I don't understand yet, and I want to make sure that I have sufficient knowledge of that before I try and communicate it to you. Because I've been studying up on Lyme disease for 2 years, but the mold issue is brand new for me. So anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Subscribe, comment. Remember, if you want me to pray for you, I will. Just private message me. God bless, folks.